A man jerking off in a Jeep, driving a car.
What?
It's a charm. My baby boy. My baby boy. This is ghastly behavior. Floods of piss. Just a whole ocean of urine. His like shrike says like you're being Clinton, like Clinton, like you're being Clintonian. Like I love that.
Very proper.
Oh my, I'm not. That's so me. Don't listen, please, and don't look. I do. Oh my god. Are you ready? I'm ready. Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Holly. I go by Holly Simple. It's my stage name, my pen name.
And how old are you?
I'm 36.
And who are you on a soul level?
Who am I on a soul level? I think today I am someone who is vivacious. I like that word. Colorful, real, true. I would say honest, seeking. Those are some of the words. I hope that's good.
Yeah, that's definitely good. Here, for real, so people will get what I give them. Okay. Is there anything that has happened in your life or anything that's going on in the world right now that kind of shapes who you are as a person or how you process things?
I think everything that happens is a direct result of me being me. So I'm born and I face people and their energies, and then I do things and seek things, and then that changes me to be a part of this or a part of that or not a part of things. I would say there are some heavy things that have happened that have really changed my life. I stopped imbibing. I stopped using drugs and alcohol about 5 years ago. That was the coolest thing I ever did. I had my father pass away a few years ago, which was epic and changed me as well in big ways. My sister just had a baby. My best friend just had a baby. Like, then there's some life stuff that's sick. So shit is wild. Yeah, I'm me today because of all that, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you 3 categories, and I want you to tell me what means the most to you and what means the least, and you can also like mix and match the things that are in these categories as well.
Cool.
So the first category is love, sex, and relationships. The next category is society, culture, and politics. And the third is spirituality and religion. Or spirituality and or religion. So what kind of takes the front seat in your life?
I would say spirituality.
Okay.
1, for sure. Love, all that second, and then society, politics, yeah, last.
Okay.
No, 0 interest.
Tell me about your spiritual life and like your spirituality, since that's first.
Yeah, it exists. It didn't always. I think when I was a kid, I was always like, I have a feeling, you know, and I was like, what is that? And I would seek, and I was like, what do I want? I didn't know that the answer was like spirituality. I didn't grow up like with a spiritual language in my home. So today it exists. I have my own practices. I'm holding a crystal. It's from the desert lands of Australia, and it's
awesome.
grounding. So I use cards. I have divination tools. I meditate. I pray. I run. That's spirituality for me. I talk to the universe. I believe in my own kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And society and politics are last. Is there a reason why that's kind of like not in the... doesn't really matter?
It is toxicity.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite of my spiritual shit, which really serves me.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the political stuff is excruciating. And it's filled with ego and filled with just loudness that removes me from this place I want to be. And that's where when I'm here, like I can be more of service to the people, but like if I like engage in that, I just like get super lost, and it's not my language at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So like I said before, I'm gonna get you to draw.
Sick.
So I'm gonna get you to pick colors that represent you as a person and your mood right now.
Sick.
And you can pick as many as you want to.
Amazing.
And then you're gonna draw throughout the interview, and then you'll just show us what you draw at the end.
Sick. pleased with this.
Okay. What colors did you pick and why?
Let's see. The first color I chose was pink, because I think my nails are pink, my lips are pink, and I just go through moments of color. I'm like a color person. I'm an artist, so I'm drawn to things colorful, and these are like my colors. Like I just love color, so this is a whole complete story for me. It's missing yellow, but
all the colors in your decks too.
Yeah, exactly. Sick. Thank you. I'm happy to draw. I'll put my rock down while I do that.
Okay, so first question, and don't worry about if you don't finish, because a lot of people don't finish their drawing like by the end, so it doesn't matter. First question, what makes you the most upset?
What makes me the most upset? Gossip and criticism. My skin crawls when I'm witnessing that or being asked to engage in that. Like, it makes me feel gross. So today, that's my answer, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What excites you more than anything?
Today, what excites me the most is this baby, my baby boy. My baby boy. It's my sister's baby. His name is Lincoln, and they are moving to Brooklyn and will be my neighbors soon. So, that's like what's fueling my heart and soul today. Like,
Brooklyn, New York?
Yeah.
Okay, how far is Brooklyn from here?
It's a 2-hour, very easy 2-hour bus ride.
Okay. Where do they live now?
They're in Ohio, so they're really far.
Yeah, that's way better.
I need to see this kid.
Yeah.
So,
are you from Ohio?
No.
Okay.
My sister's husband is, and that they were out there for reasons, family stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm drawing. I feel so distracted, but is that the game?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Sick.
So they're moving. That's happy.
Yes.
That's exciting.
It's extreme.
How old is the baby?
The baby's almost 2 months.
Okay, so still very new. So
It's
just
just
like a year. Okay. Anything else right now that's like, I don't know, that just makes you really happy and that you really look forward to?
I would say there's a love happening in my life that's fuels me on the minute to minute, but it's so sacred and gorgeous that like I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I have to protect it.
Of course.
But it really is sick. If that's I just can't even go there. It's like that's how sick it is. So that exists.
Well, I'm also happy for you.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
And to the next question. What are you most afraid of?
Just more death. People are dying like on the daily. Like I hear, it's like a theme lately. Like people are disappearing and being pulled off the earth, and it's so painful. And I take it personally, and I'm really working on that because it's like none of my business, But fear for me is a thing I've learned to navigate a little bit. Like I'm willing to walk through it. So if I'm like super scared of something, I kind of know that, I should go towards it. Mm-hmm. So I'm not like scared to talk in public or scared to like, I don't know. It's interesting. Feeling fear is interesting.
Okay.
I think becoming an artist and saying like, hey, I'm an artist, like that was really scary. And today I've moved through that. Life is wild,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you were a facial expression, what would it be?
I think a smile, for sure.
Okay. I don't even have to ask what that means. Usually people give me crazy faces, and I'm like, what does that
Oh, should I make the face?
If you can, but
if I was a facial expression, I would be maybe this.
Okay, like
no teeth showing, but like, can you imagine there are teeth? There are teeth there. I don't know.
But I'm glad it's like a happy face.
Yeah.
Explain to me what social media is to you.
I have to say, I really love it. It serves me as a creative and a visual artist and someone who, that's my language, is visual. So I gravitate towards the visual platforms like Instagram. And I find my contemporaries, we found each other, that's how we find our people.
Mm-hmm.
I get inspiration there. I get to share what I do. I can ask for feedback. It's a positive thing. I have 2 separate accounts. One is like my beautiful, inspired thing, and then the other's like, here's me. So I feel like I'm really honest about me as me on that platform. So it serves me. I'm not like angry about it. I stay away from shit that makes me angry. It's just like I don't even look at it. You know, I gravitate towards the light. So it's cool. I think it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. What's the most challenging thing you've gone through?
My father passing, I would say. It's my drain. It's probably his ghost, actually. He passed away in 2015, extremely suddenly, and it fucking sucked. Like, he just disappeared, and I would say that the year after that was the hardest year of my life. And being able to show up for my family while grieving, and like, life is so different today without him. Like, I have all these great things that I mentioned, like, he's not really physically seeing, even though he's so with me, like, he's so with my shit. But that was the hardest thing, I would say. And, loss is real. Loss happens. And the older I get, like, the more, like, I'm facing loss on the daily. I had a friend pass away last week. Suddenly, I hear about death all the time. And it's like, okay, if I can live through my father passing and, like, still be a person who can be alive and present, then, like, I feel like I can do anything.
Yeah.
So I would say that. Yeah.
Okay. Are you just as close with your mother?
Yeah. I was very close with him and remain really close with my mother. We're pals.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for asking that.
Do you have any weird habits?
I do. Oh my God. I have this weird thing. The weirdest thing I do is I will take my hair and hold it and look for split ends. And I'll feverishly be looking for split ends. And if I see one, I'll be like, okay, I see one. I have to, like, cut it or something, or, like, rip it off, or, like, get rid of it. It's totally a nervous habit. It actually started, I had a friend, my first, like, major death, actually, I started doing it after that. It happened maybe 15 years ago. A dear friend of mine passed away from a heart attack. He was, like, 20.
Oh, my God.
And I didn't have tools then to deal with grief or feelings, and, like, it wasn't, like, my parents didn't know how to talk to me about that, so I, like, found weirdness. I found art like, big.
Yeah.
Weird, like, picking at shit, like, and then this has just stayed with me, so now I'm just, like, it's a nervous habit that I have. But among other things, I mean, I do so many wild things. Yeah.
Okay. Share an embarrassing moment.
Embarrassing moment. I would say last night I had an embarrassing moment. You know what? Should I share that one?
You should do it.
So many embarrassing moments. So I shared there's this love and we're, like, hanging out and it's amazing, but I had to pee. Like, I had to pee my pants last night. We were at a concert and we were walking through the parking lot and I was like, I have to do this. And they took care, they were like, come with me, come here, let's open the doors and pee in between these doors.
Yeah.
And I felt safe. I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm not that kind of person. I felt like this is ghastly behavior. But I had peed, and the peeing wouldn't stop. Floods and floods and floods of piss. Just a whole ocean of urine. And I was like, don't listen, please, and don't look. So that was kind of embarrassing, but also, like, LOL at that. Like,
yeah.
Everything's hilarious.
And that's also, like, kind of cute, though.
It was cute.
But they made the, like, car door house for you to, like, pee.
I used to get really embarrassed at everything. I was embarrassed to tell people I was an artist. I used to be embarrassed to be like, I work for this company. And, like, today, I'm not, there's no shame, there's no embarrassment, because I'm so confident in myself. I've done a lot of work on myself, and so I don't really get embarrassed. So stories like that, like the peeing, like, that's
it's like the funny, embarrassing moments.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. For real.
It is.
Do you send any important information through text? Like, information that you probably should say in a face-to-face conversation, do you ever just try to, like, put it in a text to, like, avoid?
Not anymore. I used to. I only lived that way until I learned how to live differently. If there's something that has to be said, I make a phone call. If I can, it's face to face or FaceTime even. Cool, that's a cool tool. But like texts, convoluted always. No matter what, if I'm reading a text, I will read it how I want to hear it. So picking up the phone is ideal. But that wasn't always how I did things. I've learned through trial and error of that and experiencing painful things and then having conversations and communicating about all that. So today I don't do that.
Okay.
It's for the best.
Yeah,
for all parties.
For sure. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
A man jerking off in a Jeep, driving a car.
What? Are you?
That's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Were you like
this
on the highway?
This is disgusting. I'm sick.
Wait, was it like?
I'm sickened. No, I was. This is disgusting. High school track. We are a bus full of young chicks doing dance. We just won a track meet, hooting and hollering out the window. And this man comes by in an open Jeep, beeping the horn, jerking off. I'll never forget it. It scarred me. And that's not something I could go home and tell my parents, because God forbid, like, I have that sort of openness. But so that was a thing I saw.
That is crazy. Yeah. What's the nicest thing you've ever done, or one of the nicest things
I've ever done?
Yeah, a lot. So some people, this is funny, right? So some people can't answer this question, and some people can think of something nice. But I just want to know what you think about that question, and if you can answer it, or one of the nicest things, then what would it be?
I think accepting people, sharing a gift, doing something, opening doors for people. I mean, I just think acts of kindness are so important.
The little things.
The nicest thing, like a grand gesture. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because to make a grand gesture would mean plotting and planning, and I don't live like that. My motive isn't to make a grand gesture and have people know. It's like, I'm just going to try to be kind. That's the ideal, if that makes sense. So I can't answer that.
Good answer.
Like, you're a bad person.
No.
No.
At least you open the door for people.
Yeah.
What are you self-conscious about, if anything?
The one thing, my big thing, is my rosacea on my cheeks. And I think it's important to talk about because I'm really, really self-conscious about it. I just have rosy cheeks. And I used to get made fun of hardcore about it when I was a kid, and it screwed me up. So that's a thing that I'm hyper aware of. Other than that, that's kind of it. That's my thing. That's my hang up. It's physical, which is so stupid, but yeah.
Is there anyone that you look up to?
Yeah, there's my number one person is no longer living. Her name is Lauren, and she is like the person who taught me how to be a woman. It's like goals times 1,000. So she, when I met her, was just radiant business owner, beautiful, glowing, 20 years of sobriety, like just family for days. People loved her. She was a gatherer, women-owned business, just kind. And she just exuded love and light. And when I was going through, she was a part of my life when I was going through that dark time into the light time. And I was able to lean on her. And, through knowing her, I got to see what I wanted. So I was like, oh, I really want what she has. Not the beautifulness or the home. Like, I would love to have love in my life, a family, like bright colors. I want to smile, love what I do. And so when she passed away, it threw me, and I was like chasing.
Was that sudden as well?
Sudden.
Or was she older?
She had fell ill and was very humble about having cancer and didn't really talk about it. But like when she got really sick, we just kind of all knew it was coming, and it just happened. And devastating, but she's the person who taught me how to be a woman of grace and dignity. Like,
Yeah.
at least that's like, that's what I want to be. So, her, I would say, yeah.
And this is a pretty open-ended question. What's missing?
What's missing? I'm a sick person. Like me sitting on a dick or something. like if I could fill a void, right? Like that's the one thing. Like I could just be sitting on a dick, not just any dick.
I love you.
Like everything's great.
Let
me just like be in bliss while everything's my life at the same time. That's it. That's just where. That's what I thought
don't think
of.
that's sick at all.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, and
Sick.
the last question is, what do you have to say to the world?
I love you. Like I love you. Gratitude is awesome. Find gratitude, and like you'll have a good day.
That's so sweet.
Thanks.
Compared to like the other people I've interviewed, they're like, "World, you're disappointing me."
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's perspective. Like, sure, I could go there.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not going to, because what is it gonna do?
Right.
So, if I can love everything, even the dark shit. Like I love the dark shit.
Me too. Yeah.
It's all good.
Oh, you said you listen to podcasts. What are some podcasts people should listen to?
My latest obsession, I have to be honest, was Oprah's Super Soul.
Oh, Super Soul. Okay, yeah.
She had Eckhart on for this whole book thing, and it served me.
Yeah,
it served my shit. Other than that, like that was the last one I really listened to in full. So I usually slap on some tunes when I'm working. But
everyone download Oprah Super Soul.
Yeah, get on that.
Get fed.
Sick.
Okay, show us what you drew.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part. Can you see?
Yes. Explain this to everyone who doesn't know your art and your style and aesthetic.
So what I have here is an eye with a hand. It's an arm coming up. Well, it's a teardrop, but the teardrop is a hand. And the arm is bleeding. The nail has dug into something. It's a teardrop. It's green. But the body is the heart. So I like to draw hearts upside down. I learned that from a child. This is my old roommate was babysitting a cute person, and that person drew hearts upside down, and I ripped them off. And now it's like my thing. Who are you? I don't know. I don't even know this kid. The heart is crying and bleeding and snots. It's like a nose. And the lashes are people, and this one has green hair like me. And that's it.
I love that.
Sick! I love it too!
Can you sign it?
Yes!
Please.
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing
Thanks, Alana.
This was amazing.
It was so fun.
Came to Philly, we're getting a bagel.
We're going to get bagels.
We're excited.
So sick. I did drop it on her.
So everybody remember Sydney.
Hi!
I had to throw you in there.
That's okay. Sick. But it's okay that I draw hearts like this now. I feel like I stole that idea from the child, but I was inspired by the child.
They're fine.
This is Holly Simple in the flesh. Yay!